that body of flames that's near the backyard appears to be a relatively new one that popped up pretty recently. Of course, we're still trying to get our lay of the land over here, but we are now getting word of some evacuation orders that are going out. We're going to try and get you the specifics on that, but they are now issuing evacuation orders. This is all happening on the south side of this neighborhood. Now, La Cresta itself is pretty large. We're on the southern fringe of La Cresta. In fact, I do see, Rob, if we tilt up just a little bit, one of the tankers making their way in here. Not sure if they just completed a drop or if they're getting ready for another one. I would expect, despite the fact that we have reports of one helicopter and one tanker, I would imagine at this point there are additional resources getting ready to be dispatched out here just based on the proximity. Once again, just to reiterate, this is on the south side of La Cresta, maybe the southeast side of this neighborhood, which is now going up in flames. Got it.
Easily been started by lightning out there, because we saw a lot of lightning strikes, maybe 10, 15 lightning strikes, bam, one right after the other, about 3 hours ago, and the timing looks about right.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say is that I'm gonna quiz you a little bit. The relative humidity, roughly, that you would say?
It's running in the 30s, 35% or so. Relatively humid for this time of the year. We've had a little flow of monsoonal moisture into our friends in the IE and the mountains. That's why we've had the thunderstorms. You don't get them without it. And so relative humidity is a little bit higher. So that's helping firefighters there. The temperatures are hot. And of course, the lightning strikes, amazing to see them this afternoon out in that area. But I think probably those winds are going to continue to blow out of the west, southwest, 15, occasional 20 through the next hour to 2 hours before they'll start backing down.
Okay.
But it's hot.
Yeah.
Really hot out there.
Dallas, thanks. We'll check back with you. In the meantime, let's check back with Chris Christie. He's got some updated information about evacuations. Chris?
Yeah, Michelle, we're just getting word that the Santa Rosa Plateau Visitor Center is being evacuated right now. Unclear if there are others in this neighborhood. I would expect that may be the case. I can tell you that Clinton Keith Road is now shut down south of Tanaja, I believe. But Avenida La Cresta, south of Avenida La Cresta, is where Clinton Keith Road is now being shut down. There's a staging area being set up along Clinton Keith Road, and I can tell you we got a glimpse just a second ago of where it looks like this fire reportedly started. Rob, if we could pan back over to that corner, it certainly appears, based on the best information that we've been given by Riverside County Fire, looks like it started just off the side of the road there, perhaps by a lightning strike. That's a possibility. As Dallas was mentioning, you can see it looks like it started in that vicinity right there and has kind of creeped in the northwest or the northeast direction as this fire has continued to grow at a fairly rapid rate of spread. The only structure, the closest structure I should say, that we see in danger is that same house right there. What we can't see because of the smoke and the thick plume that has been created here is what other structures lie on the other side, the side that's eastern of this plume of smoke, which may be in danger.
It looks like that home is at the top of a bluff there, kind of at the top of a hill, and there's pretty good brush clearance around it, at least from the side that faces the fire, from what we can tell, right?
Yeah, great observation, Mark. Fairly good brush clearance there. You can see firefighters in the backyard, and it does have the luxury of a little bit of height there, as you mentioned. It is on a bluff. The fire, you can see the direction that it's going, almost away from the house itself, going uphill, adjacent to this large home here.
And Chris, have you heard anything on air traffic about perhaps bringing in the DC-10? Is that an asset that's available?
We haven't heard that yet. We don't know if it's available. One would imagine it should be. It's based up in Victorville. We know the Super Scoopers are in town. They arrived in Van Nuys last week. At this point, we're still trying to gather word on additional resources. The only ones that we have confirmed so far are a helicopter and an air tanker, which has begun making some drops and hopefully is on its way back for some more here. Just based on the proximity and the rapid rate of spread here, this is going to be an extended firefight, I would imagine, well into the evening hours for sure.
All right. Well, you can see that FOS check there on the lower part, kind of the lower portion of the fire. So clearly that has been effective. It did seem to kind of stop it right there, keep it from spreading in that direction. So it looks like the air tanker's dropping the fire retardant, and we'll see if other forces are brought to bear, dropping water from nearby Lake Elsinore.
Okay, we'll continue to keep an eye on it. We'll check back in with Chris Christie momentarily. But right now, let's check in with Dallas Raines. He's keeping a close eye on the weather for us today, and it is a hot one, Dallas.
It really is, Michelle. And as I mentioned, we have the time lapse going, looking down toward the Temecula area. You can see those big thunderstorms developing. Heat advisories in effect for all of Southern California. It's been toasty out there today. 105 degrees at Woodland Hills this afternoon for a high. Live back it up.
It jumped the road, and it's just hard to tell how much brush is left to burn on the other side, but it's obviously creating a lot of smoke, so. Yeah, we're good for now. I would say we're at least good through 6:30. Right? About an hour? Yep. This is a good side. Yeah, this is a good angle here. Yep. How far? Do you have the ruler for Murrierta here, from these houses here to the fire line? Yep. Yep. Copy. Thank you. Thank Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rob. All right, let's send. Thank you. Let's send out SkyMap with the streets, and we'll try and do a measurement here. Copy. The line from the houses. No, the other houses. Nope, the other houses on the right. Nope, all the way to the right. Pan over. Yep. Copy. Yep. One minute. Well, we lost the other shot, so yeah, I guess we'll just stick with this one. Yep. Are you able to measure the Murrierta neighborhood? All right, stand by. Okay. I didn't see the reservoir. Where's it? Okay. Hey there, Mark. Right along Clinton Keith Road is where this fire is burning, just yards away from that large home right there in the center of your screen. You can see CAL FIRE setting up shop there, protecting that structure, and also fighting this fire with numerous aerial resources as well. We've got 3 helicopters now on station, 6 air tankers, now beginning the water drop process, and you can see they've made considerable progress as this fire has laid down a little bit, but there is still some light brush on the other side of Clinton Keith Road that is yet to burn. Light to medium brush in the direction of Murrieta. I can tell you that Clinton Keith Road is shut down south of Avenida La Cresta. You can see the leading edge of that fire line is right about 1.5 miles away from Murrieta, according to our SkyMap measurement tool there. So that's good news. If they can contain that, that would be great, but they really have to draw some lines down there to make that happen, and the winds are not cooperating. The winds are actually blowing in that direction. Onshore winds blowing from west to east, creating a very smoky situation for this part of Riverside County. We've got over 275 firefighters already on the scene down there. Reporting live from Air 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC7 Eyewitness News. You saw something? Interesting. Which side? This side? I do not. Definitely not. You got me. All I can say is that I'm glad there wasn't actually $1 million on the line. Oh, I'm kind of hungry, a little upset about the hot dog if I missed a hot dog. Interesting. There you go. Wow. Hey Rob, does that's Tanaha Road on the top? Does it? So where does it? It does Tanaha? It wraps around, I guess, huh? Yeah, I see. It wraps around over. There you go. Okay. It meets up with Clinton Keith right there. Got it. Perfect. Thank you for that update. True. I see it. Yep. I know. I agree. I agree. I'm trying to get, where is, thank you. Sky map. But it's moving more towards the west, right? Kind of towards the other way, south of the reservoir. I'm sorry, east. Yes, it's creating its own weather down there. Thank you. Stand by. Mark, a major firefight underway here in Riverside County in the La Cresta area of Riverside. You can see the fire continuing to move towards the west in the direction of Murrierta. It's managing to find a fair bit of heavy fuel dug into the mountains here as those winds continue to blow the fire again from east to west. There are some homes nearby, none that we have seen actually touched by this fire just yet, but certainly the proximity is very, very close. You're taking a live look along Clinton Keith Road, which is where the fire started. Clinton Keith at Tanaha Road, which is why they are calling it the Tanaha Fire. That's one of the closer homes that we've seen right there. While the fire is not specifically blowing in that direction, actually seems to be blowing away from the backyard. There's still some structure protection going on there. That's Avenida La Cresta Road on the bottom of your screen there, and Clinton Keith is shut down south of that point right there. But the closest homes in the direction of this fire are going to be in Murrieta, about a mile and a half away, but the brush really thins out between here and there. Reporting live from Air 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC7 Eyewitness News. Copy. Who's here? Might be the scanner. You have the scan. You want the scanner? I'll turn the scanner off. Do you want it? Gotcha. What about 9? Oh. $15 away. Mark, the firefight continues. 50 acres at least at this point, possibly growing, certainly growing as far as we can tell as it continues to blow from east to west. Hundreds of firefighters already on scene here, upwards of 275 that we know of. There are about 9 aircraft, including 3 helicopters and 6 tankers, which are continuing to drop Phos-Check around this fire, especially behind it in the area closest to some of those homes. And that reservoir right there is where the Sky Crane is managing to get a lot of its water from to continually make these precision water drops along the leading edge of the fire, which is, again, moving in the direction of Murrierta. But I want to preface that by saying that the amount of fuel density between the main body of this fire and the closest neighborhood it really starts to thin out there. So hopefully this fire will not make it that far to the east. Reporting live from Air 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC7 Eyewitness News. Yep. Interesting. Copy. Thank you. How much time? Okay. About a minute. Copy that. What's that? Who said that? We're not going to make it. We got to refuel after 6:30. How do you figure? In a half hour? It's. I mean, good, yeah, good luck. I would not count on it. I would not count on it. Copy that. The 7 is in an hour. How much time do you need to? Hold on. Let's figure this out after. Copy. David, up to 50 acres now as air crews draw fresh lines of Phoscheck behind the neighboring community here along Clinton Keith Road, near Tanaha Road, which is where we believe that fire started. I can tell you that Clinton Keith Road is completely shut down south of Avenida La Cresta, and there are evacuations at the nearby visitor center here. So we're keeping an eye on all of that. Also, that house right there, which has been under the gun for some time, although the main body of flames appears to be blowing in the opposite direction. The wind's coming onshore here from east to west in the direction of Murrierta. Lots of heavy fuel between here and there, and then things kind kind of thin out. So hopefully it won't make it that far east. If they could draw some fire lines behind the leading edge of this fire, that would be great. There are already 3 helicopters and 6 different tankers that are continuing those water drops at this point. Close to 300 firefighters now on station here in La Cresta. Reporting live from Air 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about it. Ellen, a sudden shift in the winds here helping firefighters as the winds are now going from west to east, and that is really holding back this fire as they continue precision water drops and Phos-Check drops around this neighborhood of La Cresta. We're right around Clinton Keith Road, at Tanaha Road, which is where this fire started. You can see pockets of hot spots in the trailing edge of this fire, and again, the leading edge really starting to slow down as those winds begin to shift. Reporting live from Air 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC7 Eyewitness News. Hey Jay, we're gonna stick with the original. I think we're gonna stick with the original. We're trying to get a confirmation from the airport, but I think we're gonna land after the 6:30. I don't think we'll be back by 7 unless we get confirmation that they're gonna stay open. Then we might be able to do the top of the 7 and then land. But for right now, I would not plan on it. Thank you. When you figure out which day, let me know. She didn't like it. She loved it. We can get there. Yeah. Always ask for permission later. You're the way you roll. I like it. I like it. Good flames on the south side. Yeah. Yeah, we haven't been over there in a while. Kind of take a look at that leading edge, see what it's doing. As of right now, we will not be back for 7 unless we get confirmation here in the next couple minutes that we will have fuel available at 7. Then we can stay for the 7. But as of right now, we're going to land after the 6:30. Yeah, it sure has been. It's been a fast-moving fire, upwards of 50 acres already burned, and now a reported power outage in the neighborhood of La Cresta. Just under 1,500 Edison customers now without power as this fire moves along the south side of La Cresta from east to west, and now the wind's shifting in the opposite direction. That's actually helping firefighters, and we're even seeing that large plume of smoke start to lay down just a little bit as they continue these water drops via helicopter and air tankers, as you see right here. But right now, it does not appear there are any structures in the immediate threat of this fire. Reporting live from Air 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC7 Eyewitness News. Thank you. So you think you're good? Copy that, and we are now good for the very top of the 7 o'clock. We're going to stay for a hit at the top of the 7 and land after the 7, after the top of the 7. All right, well, they're going to have to make that call down there so we can refuel at 6:30, but that doesn't mean we'll be back in time for the top of the show. Copy. Thank you. Very good. Thank you, Jay. 6:30, we're refueling. 6:30, yep. Copy. Thank you, Jay. The trail circle? Very good. Including that big house? Okay. let's keep Sky Map up. I can't see it. Put it out. Can we send it out? Perfect. No, that's good. I like it. A little smaller if you can, but that's not bad. Okay, fine. But can you pop it up while I'm talking instead of keeping? Okay, cool. Show me the big house again. Is it on that? It is on that block, right? Don't do that. No. I like the way you think, though. It's kind of odd. Talking after the break. Okay, good. We're going to show a graphic, Jay, of the evacuation zone. Very good. In the first 30 seconds. Sounds good. You heard that, Rob? We'll show the fresh flames and then the neighborhood. David, 150 acres and growing at this point. You're taking a look at fresh flames on the south side of the fire near some fire retardant that they dropped just a short time ago. All attention now on the neighborhood on the north side of the fire, on the southern edge of La Cresta. Evacuation orders now in place for the Trails Circle. All residents along the Trails Circle, which is this neighborhood right here along the south side of your screen. It encompasses about a dozen homes, including one home in particular that we have been watching for the better part of the last hour as fire came perilously close to the backyard. They are engaged in structure protection and keeping a close eye on that home right there as the winds now shift from east to west, now blowing back towards the west now for the better part of the last 20 or 30 minutes as we've watched the flames and the smoke begin to lay down. Earlier, a very thick plume of smoke billowing directly into the air, and now again some of that smoke starting to lay down and lighten up just a little bit. Reporting live from Mirror 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC7 Eyewitness News. All right, so we're clear. We're clear, yep. Clear for fuel, yep. Copy that. Thank you, Jay. We will chat tomorrow.